Hi guys, Moser here, and today I'm going to talk about Star Wars Battlefront. As we know, we had some news last week regarding the DLC for this game. We got some news about releases in February and also future releases such as Cloud City and the Death Star, which are going to be included in the DLC packs for this game. Battlefront has been one of my favourite games to play, however with its casual setting and lack of content it really has sort of caused me to plateau with my gameplay, so to speak. I don't want to dwell on this too much because obviously it is quite a down point within the Battlefront community, but as we know, it's been said countless times in endless videos before, but there is not really enough content in this game that there should be in a AAA shooter which was hyped about as much as this one. For example, 4 maps for the biggest game mode in this game, which is Walker Assault, is not enough. Now don't get me wrong, this game mode is amazing, of course it's beautiful, and I can play it for as many hours on end, but obviously we've got to admit that the gameplay can get quite repetitive and the same things start to happen again and again and again. However, alas, DICE has spoken, EA has spoken, and we have got some news regarding DLC for this game. They've confirmed that Cloud City and the Death Star are going to be 2 of the new DLC packs, which I think is awesome. The Death Star is going to be so good. It's such an iconic, obviously area or map or part of the Star Wars galaxy, and I think they're going to do really well with this. There's so much they could do. So yeah, that would be really cool to see. Also, Cloud City would be cool. I was thinking maybe this could mean that Lando is going to be added as one of the heroes, which I would not be against at all. Obviously, Lando plays a fairly large part in the original trilogy, which obviously we know that DICE and EA are concentrating on, so why not? However, what I do think is that there are other heroes who maybe would play a bigger part other than Lando. Obviously, I think the one that we all want at the minute is Chewbacca. Obviously, we already have his partner in crime, Han Solo, which is, in my opinion, one of the best heroes on the Rebel side. So I think it would be awesome if we got to play as Chewie as well. Either Chewie by himself, or maybe they could do a thing where if someone gets a hero pickup and they're playing for the Rebels, they could choose to play as Han or Chewie, and obviously their partner in game would then be able to play as the other one. Now, obviously, we know how powerful the bowcaster is in Battlefront already, so obviously Chewie being able to wield that the whole time would, I think, balance him out in between all the other heroes in the game, especially within Heroes and Villains or Hero Hunt. Another hero that I think would be a good idea would be Yoda. Obviously, I think this is definitely one of the more unlikely ones, as in the original trilogy we obviously don't see him in his younger days as he was in the prequels, obviously wielding lightsabers and fighting off the Empire, doing backflips and all sorts, but obviously he would be an awesome addition to the game. This leads on to me thinking about the Dagobah system, which would be a good addition for maybe the final map pack, which hasn't been revealed yet, and maybe won't be revealed for quite a long amount of time. I think Dagobah would be very awesome. Obviously, it looks awesome in The Empire Strikes Back, and I think with the new engine, they could really, go to town on making this map look really beautiful, really nice, and obviously the gameplay within sort of the woods and the swamp, I think would turn out to be really cool. Now, I know I'm talking a lot about heroes here, and I apologise, but one more that I think would be a really cool addition to Battlefront is Obi-Wan Kenobi. As we know, in the originals, he's not a very elite fighter. He plays sort of more mind tricks on the Empire. And the one battle we do see him in with Vader, it's sort of quite slow, however much of an iconic battle it is. But I really think he could reflect sort of the gameplay style of the Emperor in Battlefront. Quite a slow, defensive kind of gameplay. Now, I know some people look down on the Emperor as being one of the weaker villains on the Empire side in Battlefront, but I think obviously in the right hands he can be played really well. He can go on some really good streaks, and I think if they did Obi-Wan in the same way, that would really sort of balance out the battles, whether it be in Walker Assault or the little modes such as Hero Hunt or Heroes versus Villains. Now on to villains, and of course after Vader, Palpatine and Boba Fett are taken out of the picture, we aren't exactly spoilt for choice on villains. However, we could maybe have some of the other bounty hunters such as Bosk, IG-88 or Dengar, or we could also have Grand Moff Tarkin. Now I know that he obviously wouldn't offer much apart from a blaster and probably a Death Stare, but I think just having the option to play as Tarkin in general would be a really cool thing, and something that they should definitely consider putting into the game. Now I don't know about you, but in my opinion I think this game is definitely in need of some new blasters. I think all of the blasters in this game are very interesting. They each play a different part and different to the game, but I think something maybe with a bit of a different feel to the rest of the blasters needs to be added, because in my opinion all of the blasters sort of feel the same when you're using them, whereas in other big shooters such as Battlefield, all of the weapons feel different, whether it be in rate of fire, recoil patterns. All of the weapons shoot in a different way and different to control, and I think in Battlefront there's just a little bit too much of the same thing with all the blasters. The recoil patterns are all very similar, they don't vary much, and they're all very easy to control. And I know this game appeals to more of a casual player, but for me I want something with a little bit more of a challenge when I'm using it. I think giving the blasters more of a range of customization would be a good idea as well. Personally, I play this game in third person, so having different sights for the guns wouldn't bother me so much, but I think that maybe they could add some skins for the weapons would be really cool. Nothing stupid, of course. I don't really want to see the Empire running around with neon pink blasters, but I'm just saying maybe they could add something more simplistic, something sort of vague, but that's still there, just so you can tell the difference between different people running around playing the game. I think it would be quite a cool thing to add. I know that some people would obviously completely disagree with this. They'd probably say it would take out the immensity of the game, and obviously in the original trilogy all blasters were the same colour, black, and no one had different skins on them, but I just think it would add a little something different to the game, and just having something extra to customise on your soldier would be quite nice as well. I just wanted to talk quickly about the latest patch for Battlefront, which included the visual changes to the outfits of Luke and Han on Hoth. I think this is a really awesome addition. Obviously it seemed a little funny seeing Luke running around Hoth in the outfit that he was wearing in Return of the Jedi with the green saber, but when I first logged into play after the patch, it was really cool to see Luke swinging around the blue saber, and with his Hoth outfit on as well, and Han with his coat on as well. Just added a little bit more something to playing on Hoth, and I think made it look a lot cooler all round when a teammate gets that hero pickup. So really this was just a quick video about Star Wars Battlefront and the future with DLC and everything else. Just wanted to sort of give my opinion on what I think would be cool. If you're still watching, thank you very much. If you did enjoy, I will be uploading more Battlefront gameplay, especially over time as we get more and more news regarding DLC and any other further updates. So yeah, thank you again, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.
Commander Solo backing you up.